Hi there, you're in the lab with your mate JJ. Today is electronics project day. We're going to do an electronics project today, sort of. What we're going to be doing is putting a transformer, like a primary and secondary winding transformer, and putting it in a box so that we can project our Sanyo digital clock. If you've been watching the channel recently, you would have seen part one of that project. I found an old Sanyo clock radio on the street when I was walking home, and I brought it home and we took it out, and there was two parts to it really. There was the clock part and the radio part. And attached to the clock part was the power system and the control for the radio, as well as the control for the clock. And so what I wanted to do was power it up, but it just had 240 volts AC coming straight in, and then the transformer stepped it down using 4 different wires. So what I wanted to do was take that transformer and put it safely in a box, so that we could send the mains power in and get the transformed down voltages out. And I just wanted to do that safely because I always feel a little bit trepidatious working with mains power. I don't want to do something that I zap myself with the mains voltage. So I want to make sure that's good. To that end, I purchased some project boxes from AliExpress, which have arrived today. I'm not actually sure if they've all arrived or if they've half arrived or what, but we're going to have a look in the boxes that arrived today, see if we can find a box, and then we'll have a look about putting the transformer in the box. Now, I haven't done any sort of a project like this for a long time, and I'm not an expert, so hopefully what we do is safe and effective and functional. I'm not sure how we're going to secure the transformer inside the box. Some screws or hot glue or something might be appropriate. I'm not exactly sure. So anyway, that's what this project's going to be. This video is just putting a transformer in a case, so that we can get mains power in and AC power out, I guess. So let's jump over to the bench and see what we can do. Here on the bench. So I thought maybe the first thing I'd do is just show you what we've got and what we're working at. This is a double throw DP double pole double throw. I don't know if we're going to switch both sides of the power. I suppose we will. And apparently this will should just work, and it should illuminate when it's on. So we'll try that. On the back are lugs, and the lugs that fit are the yellow ones. So I'll show you that. We've got these lugs, and these ones, the yellow ones, fit over those. So that looks like it'll be a good way to wire everything together using the lugs. The insulation came off there without the rest of it. Presumably that won't be a problem once we've crimped it. So yeah, there's our power switch, and here are our lugs. And for the power, we have this as an option. This is figure 8 power in, and of course we've got the power up the back here. But in addition to these, and probably a bit easier to work with, is this. This is an offcut from a cable that I had earlier, and I could send the power in there, and then just run this into the circuit box. This, of course, would be very dangerous for me to plug that in there right at the moment, with these AC wires just hanging about the place. So I've got to be careful about that. And just to remind you, the project is, oh look, I've already got one of those lamps out, to take this transformer and just put it in a case. So the the AC power will come in here, and then it'll get distributed through these 4 wires, which I'm just going to put banana terminals on. So I've got some banana terminals in here, and the colors match up except for white. For white, I'm going to use yellow because I haven't got white banana sockets. So that's everything. So we're going to be putting that and a couple of these and this into a box. So let's have a look at what boxes we've got available. Some scissors here. I'll be back in just a sec. All right. So I took the 6 project boxes that have arrived. I've scrapbooked this bit. I'll just put this away, and then we'll have a look at the boxes that have arrived. All right. So that was the scrapbooking all done. Let's have a look at the cases that have arrived. This one's got screws in it by the sounds of it. There we go. Oh, cool. And it's got a little waterproofing cable. I'm not sure what you call that. And then, that's neat. It's got metal inserts for the screws. I like this one. It's nice. It's pretty big too. Yeah. And that's not all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one's a bit of a ripper, wouldn't you say? Look at that. Didn't come with screws though, did it? But it's got inserts for screws in the bottom of it there. Okay. And then this great big honking thing. Look at that. So are they the same size? Not quite. One's no. So that's what we're dealing with. We've got 2 about that size, 2 about that size, and we get this little square boxy one and this little one here. So we'll have to have a think about which one we're going to use for our project. I'm going to take a break. I'll be back. All right, so I've got all those bits and pieces cleaned up. So we've got a bunch of options here. What are we going to do? Oh, that's nice. These ones have the screws already in them. Oh, that's good. I thought they had no screws, but they do have screws. They're just already screwed in. Great. Oh, that's good. My other ones didn't come with screws. These ones don't seem to have the screws for the bottom. Yeah, right. So, not sure what that little bit there is for. I don't know. Or maybe so you can clip it closed. Security-ish. Okay. Well, we've got to fit this in. Will it fit in here? Not really. Maybe we could say it does. I'll put the power switch on the bottom here. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have dinner and think about it. All right, I'm back. I had my dinner, and it was tandoori chicken pie with mash and carrots and broccoli, or broccoli, depending on your inclinations. And I've decided to use this great big honkin' box. This was the biggest one that arrived today. I thought, why not, you know? I can keep a good distance between all of the components. We're going to have a light switch. Switch over here. We're going to have the transformer in the middle here, and then we're going to have our 4 things, I don't know, up here somewhere. Maybe it'll be a grid of 4 or maybe a line of 4. I'm not sure yet. I put the little insulation in there, so that looks all pretty good. And I found this bit of strip board, Vero board, I'm not sure what you call it. It's got metal on one side. We won't be using that side, and then it's got this here. So the plan is to put that in there and bolt it to the bottom. Can you see? So we're gonna bolt that circuit board to the bottom. But before we do, we're going to secure the transformer on it. We're going to secure the transformer, probably somewhere in the middle there. And then everything will be connected. We'll use the yellow lugs for AC power, and I guess we'll use these red lugs for for the banana posts. And these are the banana posts, so we'll need to solder one end with some wire and the other end with one type of lug, either the spade, male or female bit. So that'll be the project. Should be pretty achievable. I'm gonna do a test run of the thing. I'm gonna need to drill out some holes so that I can screw this thing into the bottom there, and then we'll probably screw it here as well. I'll get some bolts or something for that. And then it should all basically be plug and play. We're going to need to drill a hole through here for the power, and we'll tie a loop in that. So basically this little dongle thing will be hanging out up the back here. I'll be able to have it there. I'll have the power switch on the back, the probes out the front. Should all be good. Good. So that's the project. That's what we're going to be working on. There's going to be some drilling involved, some screwing, a little bit of soldering. Yeah, I don't know, am I going to time lapse it? Yeah, I will actually. I'll time lapse it. So let's see how we go. All right, I'm back. And what I found were these little screws. They're self-tapping, they're small, and they should get this board stuck on those holes at the back there. I got the little metallic marker pen, and I marked one hole just here. So let's put a hole there, and then we'll pop him in and we'll see if we can make holes for the rest of them as well. So it's just going to be a little drilling here. Now I might actually up the ante a bit. This was a 2mm drill bit. I'm going to bump it up to 2.5mm. And I think we're actually putting in 3mm screws. Not certain. Anyway, 2.5. Hopefully will do the job. So all right, let's put a hole in here, see how he goes. Oh. Ripper. I'll just dust that off. Little bit of the metallic bit on the back there. Peeled off. It's no problem. It would be better if this wasn't insulated on the bottom. I don't think it's going to be dangerous though. And we'll pop the little screw in there. Yeah, looks like he'll fit. Let's just pop him in there. And we'll just use the, we use the manual screwdriver. It doesn't need much screwing. All right. Well, that feels pretty good on the board. So let's see if we can get him in his hole. There we go. All right. Let's put that in. I don't want to screw it too hard. All right. Let's see if we can get one on the other side. I think we can. I think we can. Just going to get our little marker here and I mark this one and this one. I'm pretty sure that's right. Might as well try that other one up there as well. Yeah, he's going to be okay. All right. We'll unscrew this. We'll put the screws in tight at the very end. They don't even need to be too tight. All right. All right, looks pretty good. So let's, shall we count them? What do we got? We got, over here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and here we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're not lined up there. And then here we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ah, interesting. So that's actually a little bit crooked, but that's okay. Crooked's okay. It'll work. What do you reckon? Well, maybe we should go symmetrical. Well, I'll put this back on fast forward, or okay, that's looking pretty good. So what we're going to do is secure the transformer on this bit of board, and we'll say X marks the spot, huh? So we go here and here. That's the way in it's going to go. And then this can just get bolted on here. And ultimately screwed in. And then these are going to come out, and this is going to go onto the switch. So we're going to need to send power in through here. We're going to have to put crimps on here and all of these. Okay, well, back into time lapse we go. I'm back. I'm just looking for something to hold this onto this board. What have we got? These look like they could be good. I'm not sure what size those are. 1.6. And there's a 1.6 nut. Sounds good. Here's the little washers. Ah. Well, let's mark where we're going to put the bolts through. There and there. That ought to do pretty nicely. All right. Now, I don't think there's any reason not to do this right now. Or maybe I should do the soldering first. Let's have a look here. This is M2. 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 Alright, that's what we'll use as M2. So just put him out here. Alright. That's M2, and I believe this is M2 as well. M2 nut, 200 pieces. Wow. Alright. Now, that's 2, so what we're going to do is we're going to get a 2 mil or even a 2.5 mil. Yeah, let's use a 2.5. What are we going to do? Yeah, 2.5. That's a bit bigger than necessary. So it'll have plenty of slack. Alright. So let's get our drill bit back in action. Alright. Let's put him out of the way for the moment. Over here. Okay. Turn him around. Alright. Might put you back into fast forward mode. Alright, so I'm thinking about how I'm going to install this switch, and I've got these jumpers to install as well. Now I want everything to just plug together, so I want to be able to completely detach the the lid. We're going to need no blue. Oh no, we've got blue. No green. Blue, black. That's yellow and white and red. Alright. So I guess I'm going to need some lugs. Let me go and see what I've got. I'll be back. Alright, well I found some spade lugs. Those are these. This is the female side. There's sheath, which goes over the whole thing. It looks like you can put them on after the fact. That's good. So we're going to need to solder the lugs. Now we're going to need four of those yellow ones. for the mains power. Are we going to, I think we'll get the ferrule crimp as well. Let me have a look about that. So we've got two options. There's these ones, which look a bit big. Oh no, they might be okay. And then these ones. Ah. Let's have a look in here. Yeah. I'm not sure. Where's my tweezers gone? Let's try this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those look alright. Alright, so we're going to need to put spade lugs on here. Alright, I think it's time to go back into fast forward. Alright, so let's chop off some wire. Snips over here. So we're going to need, I don't know, about that much. Blue. Oh, we don't need blue. Whoops. Oh, no, we do need blue.
blue and black and red and yellow for white it's going to be. All right. I'll put this back because it's holding up our on-air sign. Let's just put that away. Might as well flip you over while I do it. All right. Step it back here. Something down there. Just bear with me 1 second. All right, I'm back. So we've got 4 bits of wire, which we're going to attach to our banana plugs. I'll speed it up. Okay, so I went and got myself a spare switch so that I could measure the dimensions with the old calipers here. So we've got 21.73, 21.71, 21.71. So that's 21.71. And this is the hard bit. See if I can just get in under there. Kind of. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. We're going to call it 30.66. 30.66. All right. So we're going to need to cut out something that's that big. So let's make a, I don't know how I'm going to do this yet. I'll drill the corners, I think. Anyway, let's see if we can draw it. I don't know if this will work enough. Maybe it will. So where's my thingy? Here we go. All right, so if that's 9, then halfway, and we want it to be pretty close to the edge. Yeah, pretty close to the edge. So all right, so that's 9. So 4.5 is in the middle. And then if we have, I'll have to halve these. So that's 15.33. And what's that? It's I'm going to have to do that. Did you do it in your head while you waited for me to get the calculator out? 21.71 divided by 2 is 10.86. All right, so we've got our middle point, and then we're going to come back for the long end. We're going to come back 15.33. So it's 15.3. Okay. So we're going to be here-ish. And the same again, 15.3 over here. It's going to be here-ish. All right. So let's draw a line along there. We'll cut that out. And we're going to want to come back 20.71. It's actually quite big, is it right? 21.71. 21. There's 21. And same again for here, 21. 21. About there. All right. All right. Well, how are we going to get in there? I suppose we can. What will we do? I don't know. Will we drill? We could drill and snip and file. Let's try that. So all right. I'm not sure if I was recording then or not. Anyway, I've got this mostly assembled. So let's plug it in and see what happens. So if we turn it to off and we plug this in, okay, and we throw the power on over here. Might just put my safety goggles on. I've got a pair in here. All right. Hopefully it doesn't blow up on us. So we've got Xbox test. We'll throw that on. Okay. Well, so far so good. So let's put the multimeter in AC voltage mode. So we're in. We're going to need some jumpers. I might just use the probes for this one. All right. Common and voltage mode. Okay, and we'll put him on voltage AC. Okay, and can we pop that? I think we can. Can you see that? Yeah, you can see that. All right, let's have a probe around and see what we can see. So, okay, there's no voltage there. Oh, it's not on. On? All right. Voltage. Okay, that's 16 volts. That's 8 volts. And that's 3 volts. 3, 8, 16, but it went up to 30. What about between here and here? 8. That's up to 19. I don't know what the flashing red thing means. Anyway, it seems to be right, doesn't it? It seems to be working. Wow. Let me turn it off. If we turn it off, there should be no voltage, of course. Let's check. There's nothing there. Shouldn't be anything there. All right. Well, that's everything. I'm going to throw you over to the farewell cam and we'll wrap up. Actually, before we wrap up, let's clean up together. We'll do that quickly now. And that's a wrap. So that was a pretty exciting project for us to get done. What we've done is we've put the transformer that came out of the Sanyo digital clock into a case. The case has a power button. We run a lead out the back to accept power. And then we've got the 4 terminals color-coded as they were on the clock radio. So now we'll be able to experiment with our clock with the right type of power supply safely, because all of the high-powered stuff is secure up the back here. We did a pretty good job, I think, of insulating everything. We used the ferrule crimps for the high power stuff. We used the 2.8 mil lugs for the banana sockets. Yeah, I think I'm really quite happy with this. I think we did a good job. It's nice and safe. It works. It's got a light in the power switch, so we know if it's on or off. We ran it through the multimeter, the AC meter, and we got a few readings here, so there is voltage on this thing. I don't know what it means when the hazard light goes on my scope, which it did, on my meter rather, not scope, on my meter. There's a red light there. I think that might be indicating that there's dangerous voltages present. So I'm not 100% sure about that. It did seem like it was there was 3 volts, 8 volts, I think 16 volts we saw. I forget exactly, but there's a bunch of voltages available here. None of them are super high voltage. So yes, I think that's everything. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks very much for watching, and please remember to hit like and subscribe. Thought I might record just a little bit more. What we could do is pop out the old notebook here. Okay, so we've got the colors here. So let me get my pencil. And what I'm going to do is just write these again. So we've got a grid. And of course, white and yellow are the same here. And we'll pop out this meter. Let me just check these. grab the old probes here. Oh, by the way, I labeled it. Do you see? I labeled it the clock, the Sanyo RM6018 digital clock radio, and I just put an AC power sticker there as well. It's on the bottom bit and on the top bit. So I should be able to remember. Ooh. I don't know what that cracking sound was. Can you see that? Yeah, you can, I think. Good. Now, let's power this thing up. So just plug him in there, and then we'll put the power on at the wall, and then we'll put the power on here. I'm still a bit iffy about it all. Wait for it to explode. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to, can you see that? Yeah, you can. Okay, good. I'm going to put that there, put this here, and we're going to go blue to white it is. Okay, that's 1682. 1682. Okay, and we're going to go blue to black. All right, that's 8.41. 8.41. 8.41. And then blue to red. 3.223. 3.223. 3.223. All right, and we're going to go white to blue, which is the same as blue to white. Okay, anyway, we'll just do them, those duplicates, no problem. Never hurts to check twice. So blue to white is 16.82 again, that's good. 16.82. And then we're going to do black to white. Black to white. And it's weird, it goes really high and then it settles down. 8.42. 8.42. That was black to white. 8.42. Is that right? Let's check that again. Yeah. Okay. And then we're going to do white to red. White to red. 20.05. 20.05. And then we've got black to blue, which is 8.42. 8.42. And then white to black, which we probably already did. 8.42. 8.42. And then black to black we can't do, and red to black, 11.6. 11.6. 11.6. And then we've got red to blue, which is 3.216. 3.216. 216. And then we've got white to red, which, oh, that's interesting. Have we seen a 20 yet? 20, even. White to red, 20. White to red, 20. And then black to red is 11.61. 11.61. Oh, that's not, yeah, okay, that's here, 11.61. And that is not a reading, that last one, that's wrong, wrong, wrong. So this should be diagonally symmetrical, I think. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it is. Good. And we're going to put a cross here, cross here, cross here, cross here. All right, cool. So if you want 16 volts, you can go white and blue. If you want 8 volts, you can go black and blue. Or you can go white and black. Red and blue for 3 volts. And white and red for 20 volts. And red and black for 11 volts. That's pretty cool. Should I print that out? How many is there? Blue and white is 16. I'm just going to do black and blue again. Black and blue. Yeah, okay. And white and black. Yeah, the same. All right. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 voltages. Shall I print them all out? Six voltages. All right. Well, yeah, I will. I'll print them out. I'll do it with you now quickly. All right. So we figured out the power this thing can deliver. Well, not the power, the voltage. So yeah, that's pretty good. The stickers are a bit wonky there, but they've got all the information, so it's good enough for me. Okay, this time it really is the end. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day.